Welcome everyone. If you don't know already, my name is Tracey Valk and I'm a director here at Epicure. I'm a mom of two awesome little beings who sometimes drive me crazy, but always need fed. And that's how this whole thing started for me. I want you to see how easy it is to cook some of these meals. I'm gonna meal prep while I'm doing this for a few nights and a few lunches. And I'm just gonna show you exactly how I can do this any night of the week, really quickly, and customize it so that my kids, particularly, don't complain and just eat what's being served. We are not making dessert, but I did do something earlier using these two products, the shortbread cookies and the luscious lemon curd. And I'm really excited to show you what I made. I'm not a baker, I'm not a dessert maker, but I love Epicure because it makes it super easy with these packs. And so I'm excited to show you what I made at the end of the demo. I'm gonna be making the hearty beef stew, or a version of it. You'll see what I'm doing soon. I'm gonna be making the African sweet potato stew. I'm gonna be doing some steamed rice and showing our steamers. And I'm also going to be doing some crispy and crunchy coated proteins. And I want you to see from here on how quick I get everything done. So first thing I'm gonna do, I am gonna be using our round steamer. So if you need more information on these, please let me know. But essentially, these are silicone, food grade silicone containers that can go in the oven to cook with at max 425, but where they really shine is in the microwave. Everything inside here gets cooked with the moisture that's in the food you're cooking. So it is steam cooked. It cuts down on time. It saves nutrients because there's essentially less heat and less time and less liquids that the food is being cooked in. It's been researched at Harvard Research. And it's just a fantastic way to cook. And I'm gonna show you a couple of things that it can do tonight. So in the round steamer, I've just got some ground meat, and I'm gonna just pop that in. I'm not putting anything on it because I'm gonna add this to our beef stew. So I'm gonna put this in, and everyone's microwave is different. But when you get your steamer, you can go online and there's a chart. You can ask me for the chart. Generally, ground meat, 1 pound, will be about 5 to 7 minutes. You always start with the lesser time and just add as you go. And then every time after that, your microwave will be the same. It's amazing. In the multi-purpose steamer, I'm gonna show you how I make rice. I bulk cook this. I have it ready for the week. I add it to different dishes. So it's really just 1 part rice. I use basmati rice I'm gonna finish that off. Just because my kids love it, and so it's just easy, they like it. I can season it with different things. Tonight I'm just gonna do it plain and steam it for you, but it's 1 part rice to 2 parts water. Essentially, this pops in the microwave for 7 minutes, and then as I'm doing the rest of my meal, I just put it aside because there's a little bit liquid left at 7 minutes, but it sits on the counter with the lid on, and 5 minutes later, it's absolutely perfect. So you're gonna see that. What I'm gonna show you in the meantime is I'm gonna pop some crispy coated protein into the oven. I've got the oven at 425, and we're using our quarter sheet pan and the cooling racks and our crispy crunchy coating. So I did do a couple of chicken breasts here just because I don't want to touch raw meat while I'm doing all these other things on the video. But I'm going to show you, what I did with some tofu. It's exactly the same. And this is how we eat in our house because some people eat meat. I don't. So, but I love everyone to be happy, right? So if they want chicken, I'll make chicken. And when I can do it just at the same time and easily, it's really nice for me to just do it that way. So I've got some extra firm tofu, which I previously just pressed some of the water out of, and I'm just using our ceramic knife, which is amazing. Sliced our tofu into thin pieces, but again, whether you're using tofu or chicken or pork or shrimp, it all works the same. So I'm using a vegan mayo. You can use any kind of mayo you like. And I'm using mayo because that's what it says on the package. And I will have to say to you, I had never done this before. When I first read the ingredients and I saw that you mixed it with mayo, I kind of thought it was a little bit weird. But I will say, after trying it, it's really delicious. I don't know why it tastes so good. But there you go. You just coat whatever you're doing in the crispy coating, put it on your cooling rack, and I will say you do need to oil your cooling rack so that things don't stick. My best suggestion is using coconut oil or avocado oil. They have really, really high heat temperature ratings, so you can put it in the oven and it'll really work well so that nothing sticks on your cooling rack. Got everything laid out here. I'm gonna pop this in the oven, and depending on how long your chicken takes, it's usually about 20-25 minutes. So I'm just gonna set my timer for 20 minutes just to be sure. And then I'm also going to use our wok tonight. I'm gonna use our amazing wok. Also, a favorite cooking item of mine. Absolutely love this. It's such a solid piece of cookware. Many hosts do use their credits to get it, but it is a special for hosts in October. So if you're interested in hosting and you want the wok, this would be a great time to book your class in October. I'm using the hearty beef and African sweet potato. Now, I'm taking the easy way out because this is how I generally cook. So I just bought vegetables that were already cut up today, and because they were on sale. Because usually this can be a little bit more pricey, so sometimes I don't like to, but today, this is what I'm using. So I'm going to get my wok on. I'm gonna put a tiny little bit of oil in there. And this is where I'm gonna cook the African sweet potato stew. But you can do it in a crock pot, you can do it in, it cook really fast. The steamer is still better, but I think you know, oh, the Instapot. You can cook in the Instapot, you can cook it in a pot on the stove, or you can cook it in the steamer. And so I'm gonna just show you a few ways to do the different stews. So I'm just gonna pop in some of these veggies into our wok, just to get them softened slightly. And that will be our African sweet potato stew. Add some ground meat into this. You can cook some chicken, you can cook ground turkey, you can do what I'm gonna do and put some chickpeas in for protein in this one. You can, you know, really whatever you like in it and customize it. Same with the vegetables. You know, I don't put anything for vegetables in that my kids don't like. If it calls for green beans and they didn't like green beans, I wouldn't put them in. I would just choose the vegetable that they like. And that's what I love about sort of customizing these types of meals, that I would never know how to come up with a flavor for African sweet potato stew. I don't even know what it is. I've never heard of it before, or I had never heard of it. But I love that all of the flavor is already done. And that's why Epicure makes it so easy for us to prepare these really flavorful and delicious dishes from scratch, right? They've just done the hard part. They've gathered all the spices, measured them all out, got the flavor profile, and we just have to add our favorite veggies and protein. Get our meat out and our rice in. So remember, it's gonna be 6 to 7 minutes depending on your microwave. So I'm gonna set it for 6 just to check. I'm gonna use our amazing meat separator just to mash it up before I get all, because when it's cooked, it's still in a block, okay? So I'm gonna break it up, super easy. And if you were frying ground beef or ground chicken or whatever you're using in a pan over the stove, you know how it all sticks together when you're cooking? This is it's a great way to just break it all apart. So watch how easy this dish is. So I've got my meat cooked. I'm going to I also kind of took the easy route, the lazy route. I don't know. Maybe it's the smart route. It's actually not lazy, it's very smart. I got some chopped mushrooms. So those are gonna go in. And then I'm going to just read the back of the package. 4 cups of water to 3 tablespoons tomato paste and the seasoning. Now, also, I don't have tomato paste. So I'm gonna go back to my, where is it? I'm gonna go back to my passata. And I know we need about 4 cups of liquid. So I am basically going to do whatever's left in this jar because I had it left over. So now I'm saving some of, waste, saving some waste that I don't want to get rid of. And I'm just going to do 4 cups of water, or 4 cups of liquid. So that's about 3. I'm going to add 1 more. I'm going to add 1 more. I'm going to throw in a few of these veggies just because they were on sale. They actually won't last too much longer. So I'm going to pop some of these in and just bulk it up with some more veggies. Carrots are always good in a stew. But again, you can throw in whatever you like. Just going to mix all this together. And that's it. I'm going to pop this in to the microwave for about 10 to 15 minutes. We're just gonna get the flavor together. Remember, if it looks thick and that's how you like it, that's great. If you want it a little bit thinner, add a little bit of water, but don't add it until you've cooked it, because remember, the water that's in the food in your steamer will come out and create a little bit extra liquid, okay? This stew is amazing. Look at that. I'm gonna pop it in and that's it, it's ready. So here's another one of my super uber smart tricks. This is where I did get really smart and I can pat myself on the back. So if I didn't want to cook this right now and do some meal prep, I pop this whole thing in the freezer, and because this is flexible, I can pop this whole block out frozen, put it in a Ziploc or wrap it up, and put it back in the freezer. And when I want to cook it, I literally just take that block out, plop it right back in here frozen, and pop it in the microwave, and in about 20 minutes it's ready. So you need about double the time if it's frozen, especially if it's a big block like this. But I do that with everything. I prep in my multi-purpose steamer enchiladas, lasagna, stews, like everything that I cook in there, I prep it when I feel like, oh, I'm gonna just do a few things, or I've got some leftovers in the fridge like this, or veggies that are going bad. I freeze things in the steamer, and so any night of the week I can pop it out, pop it right back in. And I will say it works good in the round one, but it actually works even better in the multi-purpose, because the round one is more sturdy and it's actually great for cooking stews and stuff, but the multi-purpose one does flex a bit more. So if you really wanted it for meal prep, that would be kind of one of my suggestions, is you maybe use the multi-purpose more often. But I have like 5 of these, so I never run out and I use it. Yes, isn't that amazing? Talk about like prepping and, just having dinners ready. You could put this in the microwave, go cut up some fresh crusty bread, go change out of your work clothes and come back and your dinner will be ready, right? Amazing. And pop this in. So I'm gonna put this one in just for about 10 minutes. And before I take the lid off this, I'm gonna pop the ingredients in for my African stew. And that will be about 10 more minutes, and that will be ready as well. Our veggies are nice and soft now, which is perfect. I'm gonna pop in my jar of passata. I'm gonna turn my heat down a little bit. I need 1 cup of water, so I'm just gonna rinse out my jar. I don't really measure half the time, I will say, and that's why I love cooking with Epicure. So much of it is already done. You don't have to measure exactly, and that's really why I love it so much. I'm gonna pop in my coconut milk. And put in the seasoning. Give it a quick little stir just to kind of combine. Oh, I love, love, love this one. My husband loves this so much. This is one of his favorites. He makes it for the guys at the fire hall. They all love it. It's so hearty and just such a flavor that you are not used to. Also threw in some chickpeas. So I've got my collapsible strainer here. It collapses flat and then you just pop it out and you can strain your chickpeas. And we're gonna serve that over the rice and it'll be a complete meal with all those veggies and your chickpeas in there for protein. But again, if you wanted to use chicken or pork or ground turkey or whatever you want to use, it will turn out awesome. Okay, so can you see with everything I've done already? I've been talking, I've been kind of focusing on sharing with you. If I was doing this already myself, pretty much everything would already be done, and I hope you can see that by my demo, just how easy it is. There's not a lot of thought to it, but the nice thing is you can customize how you like when you're cooking with Epicure. Rice, look at it, absolutely perfect. The liquid, I left it long enough. The liquid has evaporated. We have this beautiful, light, fluffy basmati rice. Absolutely perfect. I'm gonna leave the lid on just to keep it warm. Oven and our tofu. Okay, so here you go. This is super hot. This is actually almost ready. Can you see that? I can't tell you how crispy and crunchy this is. Its name is perfect. For being gluten-free, it's absolutely amazing. And if you didn't see that already, we are gluten-free, nut-free, no artificial colors, flavors, just whole foods. And that's why, you know, it's easy, but it's also good for you. So let me show you real quick what I made for dessert, and then we're kind of done and I can just plate everything. I'm gonna pop up a finished picture of a beautiful plated meal with all of our components as soon as I finish. This is going to be ready in a few minutes. I'm gonna show you right now actually. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around. I just get very, very excited. Here is our African sweet potato stew. So good. I'm going to throw in some peanuts. I just use an all natural peanut butter. So let me do that now before I forget. These are our Prep Pro utensils. All of these are amazing silicone tools. So I'm just gonna put, it said half a cup. So again, I'm not really measuring. I'm gonna just put in like that. I'll let it melt into the dish, and let me show you that dessert finally. I used our Perfect Petites, and as you can see, I only made a little bit, and I'll tell you why, because Stella and I had made shortbread cookies in the middle of the week, and she was rolling the dough. She made the whole cookies by herself. It was actually for another cooking class, and so we had some extra dough left over. I froze it, and then I pulled that out, so it was just a little bit. So I made the shortbread cookies to package. It's just super easy. So just some butter and water and this package, and that's how you make the shortbread. And then the lemon curd is some eggs and water and the package, and you just microwave it for a few minutes. So I put this in. So I put them in the freezer because I really wanted it to set quickly, but look how they pop out. And now I have these amazing shortbread lemon lemon bars. Oh my God. So good. So good. I'm gonna need to eat one after. Perfect for portioning. If you were kind of watching your waistline, but you wanted to have a little bit of dessert, this would be a perfect portion for you to eat dessert with. So the lemon curd is to die for. The flavor in it, and it's all real ingredients, and it's so delicious. I don't normally like things like that from the grocery store because to me they taste fake. But it tastes like lemon. So there you go. I'm impressed with myself with this. As I said, I'm not a dessert maker, I'm not a baker, but I did these this afternoon in what was probably about 12 minutes. Super easy. So I hope that you've enjoyed that. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing everything, seeing kind of the process, seeing how easy it is to just kind of throw together with some, you know, bits and bites from your fridge even. Rice here on the side. I'm going to get a ladle and just put some of the stew. Really, this one smells so delicious. I would probably eat this with a spoon. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear the crunch here? But I'm gonna take some of our crunchy tofu, just lay that right on top. And because I've made these at the same time, this is gonna feed myself, my husband, and my kids for like 4 different meals across the next, 3 or 4 days. Or I could freeze some. I'm gonna put some of our chili flakes and garlic on top because I do like spice. So I like to always put that on. But there you go. What do you think? What do you think? Look at that. It smells amazing. I know it's going to taste amazing. And right before I sign off, I'm going to quickly show you our beef stew. Smells incredible as well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Haven't seen, we have a new quick biscuit mix, and look at this. Look at that. Hearty and so good. You could make the biscuits with this and, really, again, customize it however you like. There you go. All right. So thank you for joining, everyone. I'm going to take a few pictures. I'm going to go eat my dinner. Book your own classes, and if you've any interest in starting your own Epicure business, I can tell you that things have never been better here at Epicure. We have what everyone needs, which is good food, done fast, done easy, and our business is booming. So I encourage you, ask me, no obligation. I hope you know I'm a real person. I don't care what you do. I just want people to be happy and healthy and enjoy what they do just as much as I do. So ask me anything and have a great night. Bye.